Oh yeah. Hoorah.
Oh,
Glenn McGrath.
oh my days. Peachy. Feeling peachy.
Feeling peachy. Oi. For Spotify listeners, we are currently drinking the peaches
man.
flavored ghost can. Probably in my top 3, I reckon.
It's actually really, really nice. I don't know if I was just really thirsty.
Yes.
But either way, it tastes like iced tea, like peach iced tea.
Lipton iced tea, exactly
Yeah.
like that.
I like it except a little bit.
And the full sugar one, because you know that
Carbonated.
the no sugar one, it's not really the same as the full sugar one, obviously. But welcome back. Welcome back to the new episode, to the Split Shit podcast, where we cut the bullshit and the noise of the fitness industry. My name is Dan.
My name's Jamie, and we talk a lot about how you showing up for yourself and you following through with what you say you're going to do is of paramount importance. So what we're going to do today is talk about 6 signs that you don't actually trust yourself. Your ability to trust yourself, your ability to follow through with what you say you're going to do is fucking key. And if you don't trust yourself, you're not going to get very far in this area of your life. So we got 6 points each. We got a 2-minute timer because we love the stress of this.
It's really fun, actually, yeah.
It's fun. It's straight to the point.
I thrive under pressure.
And what we're going to do, as soon as the fucking beeps, you finish a sentence there. Oh, this is a good one. As soon as it beeps, no matter where you're at, you finish the sentence and the other person's got to finish it.
Nice. I like that.
You reckon?
I like that.
As soon as it beeps. As soon as it beeps.
Imagine if we just like going to follow up and I'm just standing there, I'm like,
My turn anyway.
all right, next point.
I do zone out sometimes. But Daddy's kicking us off. That was Danny, not Daddy, by the way.
Daddy's kicking us off today.
Kicking us off.
Okay, Daddy's got you, baby. All right.
Also, we are going to make some moves. We're going to have to make some moves. Do you remember whose move it is?
No, we say this every time.
I know. I feel like I made the last move.
I think you did.
Yeah.
So let me just.
Do you want to make one first?
Yeah.
Or do you want to make your point first, then I'll make. Well, no, you.
No. I'll
Make it while after you finish this.
All right.
All right.
6 signs you don't trust yourself anymore.
This is one of the signs.
First sign, you simply fail to follow through on your word. Whoa,
Wow.
that's crazy. It all starts somewhere, right? And it starts with your word. So that is generally the first thing that would break down that lack of trust in self is what are you saying to yourself and what are you following through on those words? Now, this is something that can be, when you audit this, you start to realize how much are you actually following through on what you say and what are you not following through on what you say. So I'd highly recommend just starting there. When you start to say, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll go to the gym, and you get to that morning, you're like, no, that's all right, I'll just go tomorrow and stuff like that. Like, or if I'll do this meal prep and what, fucking, I'll skip today, I'm just going to hang out with my mates or I'll do something else, all that. You are creating proof. But it's not the proof that you actually want. You're proving yourself that you're not actually trusting that what you're saying, what you're going to say to yourself, and that I can't even speak. What you are saying to yourself and what you are following through are 2 different things. So you're creating that proof. You're creating proof somewhere. So the first thing we highly recommend if you're looking to create that trust, well, first of all, what's the actual, like the implications of lack of trust? You obviously will struggle to be able to do things like in terms of nurture the space of your life. It can bleed into other areas of your life, business, family, social, like whatever it may be, perception of self, of course. You start to change your worldview based on how much you trust yourself. So it's a pretty big deal. So the first thing that you want to do is audit what are you actually saying and what are you actually following through. Start with raising the bar to a level where you can say, I can 100% fucking say that I'm gonna do it, and I can make sure that I can follow up with doing that. Now, I'd recommend starting with one thing. Just start with one thing, and that's it.
You're gonna start with setting realistic, small goals.
Nice.
And then follow through with that. Whatever you think you want to do, half it, and then execute. Get an accountability buddy. Have somebody that's going to hold you accountable to that small fucking thing. If you say you're going to go for a walk in the morning, reduce it down to fucking 5 minutes and get a mate. Meet somebody at the beach. Meet somebody at the footpath. Is that what you were going to say?
Very well done.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
sick. That was
Nice.
mad.
This is gonna be fun. I
I
like
know.
this.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nice. What I was gonna say, I think I was gonna follow off that, but I already forgot. So I think you nailed that. I think we're just gonna move on.
Fuck no, that's fun.
Follow through on your fucking word. Yeah. Enough of this. We're actually sticking with the 2 minutes because we're following through on the 2-minute timer.
100%.
You like that?
That was really exciting for me.
I'm nervous.
I know, me too.
Imagine if you turn around and you're like, that's not what I was gonna say. Like,
But that's the fun.
that's the fun.
That's the fun part. All right, do you understand that? That's the first sign. What was the first sign again?
You failing to actually follow through on your word.
Yes. Okay, so sign number 2 is you avoid starting. You avoid starting in general. So you avoid starting the thing because deep down you expect yourself to fail. You want to make the change. You want to see the change, but you're hesitant to start. You're hesitant to have those conversations with the people that you need to have the conversations with, be it a coach. You're hesitant to even set the goal because of fear of failure. And that's due to your previous attempts. You know, you may have failed quite a few times and you may have had the wrong labeling of what success looks like. So you attempting to say lose weight and not achieving the weight loss result in X amount of time or the time frame that you set for yourself, that's not necessarily failure. Maybe you were just not adjusting to what you actually wanted or whatever. Either way, you're not starting because you fear that you are going to fail. If you continue that and you don't do anything about it, you're pretty much fucked. You're never going to get anywhere. And you actually not getting anywhere is getting worse because the world keeps turning. You're getting older. Life's getting harder. So you will, if you're not making 1% shifts in the right direction, you will be making 1% shifts in the wrong direction regardless. So we need to make sure we're tackling that fear of failure. And it comes back to the same thing. Most of these things that we're going to talk about will come back to setting small goals and following the fuck through, getting some accountability, facing your fears in that space and figuring out, why do I feel like I'm going to fail? What does failing actually look like? And what are my metrics? What am I trying to say? What does success look like to me? We need to adjust that. Because if you are going into something constantly failing and labeling yourself as a failure, that will become your identity and it's going to be very, very hard to come out of that. So what I would say around that is the first thing you need to do is go to the street, take your pants off, and then once you take your pants off, you must
You must go to the corner store, say, hey, I'm going to be doing this thing. You're going to be my accountability buddy. Why am I wearing pants? Because it's hot out here. It's coming into summer. Yes, that's the actual size. Do you want to go for a walk? Am I getting warm?
I'll give you that. That was sick.
Exactly.
That was mad.
That was
Nice.
What a fucking,
What a plot
what a
twist.
gunshot. Yeah. Gunshot to the chest on that one. I'm just like,
Did you make a movie?
I'm thinking about what you're saying. I'm just like, I wonder what he's going to say.
Return it at the end. All right. Well, that's number 2 anyway.
That is number 2.
You fear failure, so you don't even want to start. You're avoiding starting because you think you're going to fail. That's a sign.
That is a sign.
Avoidance of starting. What's sign number 3, Dan?
Sign number 3. Sign number 3. Sign number 3 that you do not trust yourself enough anymore. You avoid tracking or checking progress because you're scared to see the truth.
Oh, yeah.
How common is this one? Are you scared to take progress photos? Are you scared to actually track everything that you say you were, that you're eating? Are you again auditing these things? Are you keeping accountability in these parts of your life? Because are you afraid of doing it because you're worried you may not be seeing what you deep down may not be achieving? And that's a protective mechanism, right? That's something that in our ego or ourselves are starting to protect us from, is say avoid seeing the truth. But avoiding seeing the truth is stopping you from moving forward. Remember that progress is never linear. There is going to be some good moments, bad moments. But if you start with avoiding things, that avoidance and that having that lack of trust in yourself and not seeing the truth of what it actually is, again, it's only just going to set you back even more and just halting your progress. take the progress photos, check the clothing reference, use some measurable markers, look at your lifting, look at how you're showing up in your day-to-day, measurable, immeasurable, look at it all, because what you're doing is that you're bringing power back to you. You're bringing power back to you and you're looking in the face and say, this is the reality of it. This is a good thing. This is a good thing because you can ultimately choose to say, oh, I actually surprised myself, which a lot of time can happen, and say, fuck, I've actually made a lot more progress than I realized. Or I didn't think it was nearly as bad as what I thought. That's a win. Or to say, shit, that's actually where it's at. I need to do something about this. Both of those are very positive outcomes. When you go into whichever direction that you're going with, you're ultimately going to create the solution to say, okay, what do I need to do to be able to, move it in the direction, again, that I want to do. So yeah, stop avoiding seeing the truth. Look at all at face value.
I finished.
Yeah, I know. I really tried to add in there, but I know. Sorry, man.
That's all right. No, it's good. That's what's meant to happen.
I know.
Like that's actually the plan. But
I was looking at the timer, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Maybe this round will make a move. That's a fucking great point, though. I like the avoidance of the measurements because it's true. You get to the end of the day. Oh, I had a few extra cookies, but I'm tracking one. Or, surely it might have been a protein bar. It could have been a Snickers, but I'm going to track a protein bar or some shit. Like avoidance of that, and then the progress photos, fear of that because what if I haven't done the thing that I wanted to do? You knew that I wasn't actually following the plan, so what if I haven't made a change? I'll just put it off until I see a bit of change. Valid. Yeah, red flag.
Don't take your progress photos because I'm just going to wait till I get my tan on first. Just take the progress photos. You know what I mean?
The fuck?
You know, hear that?
Nah.
No, really? Ever?
Not really.
No, I've had clients in the past who say, I'll take my progress photos after I put my tan on because it makes me look leaner.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get
it's true.
It does make sense.
But
it does make sense. I always say,
you don't have to do that. Just
try to make yourself look as shit as possible all the time. Just fully relax. Just chill, relax, white, shit backdrop. Because that's fucking real life.
And then
you're not walking around all day like this. Fucking.
So speak for yourself.
Yeah, true. In fact. All right.
Next point.
Number 4. Number 3. What is that of? Anyway, whatever.
I don't know, but it sounds familiar.
Oh, this is a good one too. 3, 2, 1. You set goals that you don't care about because it's safer to fail at something that doesn't matter to you. Boom! So, you got past the point of, I'm scared to set goals because I don't want to fail, and I'm avoidance of starting because, I think I'm a loser and I can't follow through. Now you're at the point where it's like, I know I'm not going to follow through, so it really doesn't matter what I set as a goal. You set your weekly goal with your coach or with whatever, and you're like, I'm going to go to the gym 5 times, 100%. Yeah, sweet, we got this. Oh yeah, I want to lose 20 kilos in fucking this amount of time before summer, 100%. We're going to do it. You don't really give a fuck, and you feel like you don't trust yourself. It doesn't really matter because all that you're doing by starting something and not following the process, not doing the thing, you're just proving to yourself that you're somebody that doesn't follow through. And that's normal. At this point, it doesn't really matter to you. The issue is that is one of the most important things in your fucking world in this area of your life and every area of your life, really. Your ability to follow through with what you say you're going to do will be the complete dictator of where you are in a year, where you are in 6 months even, or where you are in 10 years. If you can be somebody that follows through with their word, regardless of what the word is, so you become quite particular with what your word is, then you can achieve whatever the fuck you want and you'll be wherever you want to be in 5 to 10 years, which is massive. People don't usually zoom out and think that far ahead. So making sure that you actually are very, very clear with what goals you are setting. Do not fucking set goals you're not 100% confident with. Yes, if you are setting this goal, you can set a little stretch goal. Be like, you know what, if I'm fucking feeling good, I might even try for this. That's even better. Set the stretch goal. That's sweet. But don't set goals you're not willing to follow through with. And
when you're setting goals where you can have those stretch goals, they're known as your boat. Like they can be seen as like a as a win. You know, you're stacking wins like that too. So when you're setting a bar where you can follow through, anything above that is a pure bonus. So you're stacking even more proof to say, fuck yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing now, but I'm also adding this little bit of extra and I'm doing that. And that's extra wins that you're banking in your back pocket to say, I'm that person.
Yeah.
We get warm?
Yeah. But you've got your base. You've already fucking ticked that off. So anything else above that is a fucking bonus. Exactly that. And then you get addicted to that as well. You're like, oh, I want to do more and more. And that's fine as long as you don't get upset when you're not doing the extras. So you got to be fucking careful with this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's like running. It's like running, and we could speak from experience because we probably did exactly this. You probably want to run your first K, and then you probably don't want to jump to the next run is going to be like the 10K. Why? You know, probably just do 2K. You know, stack and go from there. Do 3K. And if you're like, oh, I'm feeling good, I might do 5K. I'm going to skip the 4K. Sweet. Baseline, you can 100% be able to do 3. You're not going to leave it and have to do 5K every week now. Right? That makes sense?
Makes sense. I can't relate.
Can't relate.
This is how I blew my fucking shins out by doing the opposite of that.
What do we
by
do?
the way?
What was our running prep like? We went from 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. A half marathon, 30.
Yeah. 30. Didn't run for a month because my shins, I couldn't move them or touch them.
I blew up my hip for
Very
the first
bad.
marathon. You know what? We live and we learn.
Yeah. Number 5.
Number 5.
Sign number 5 that you hate yourself.
Okay.
What was the first thing again? 5th sign that you don't actually trust yourself.
Yes. So you said you set goals. Awesome. All right. My last one. You overcommit to everything because deep down you don't believe that you follow through. So very similar to what Jimbo said. Guys who are setting high goals, you're overcommitting to all these things that you've got to do. Now, in regards, and this is what, and the way I want to try and differ between Jimbo's point and I, it's more about the actual process of and setting extreme, like from the get-go, just making leaps and bounds, doing the challenge, whatever it may be, like things along the lines of that. You're jumping the gun to think, I'm like, I need to do these things because you're going to get you fast results. Because deep down, you actually just don't trust yourself that you can be able to do the things like the more of the sustainable approach of achieving the small little things over time. And this can obviously come from, well, many things, it can come from like previous history, like we spoke about. Are you someone that was kind of yo-yoing, that you kind of was in this all or nothing cycle where they was stuck in this thing? So they always jumping onto like, oh man, I need to create some urgency in my goals. I don't trust myself because I failed so much in the past. I need to do the next challenge. I need to jump and do fucking 75 hard. I need to go do these extreme things and overcommit to these things because I know that I'm not going to be able to trust myself that I can just do the small things every single day because you created proof that you couldn't in the past. So how do we look to change that? Of course, proper guidance. We need to rewire that way of thinking. That's number one. If you're feeling like anyway, you won't hear that. But if you're feeling like you really struggle with yourself, find the guidance. Number two. This is a really good one. You got to be ready for this one. Number 2, and hear me out, is that you really, really gotta. Oh, fuck.
You really, really, really got to find the guidance because is that what you're going to say?
I don't know.
You really got to find the guidance because if you don't have the guidance, then what's the, you know what you really, really, really got to do? You really got to move your fucking king because you're in check. Check. First check of this game. This game has been going on for many, many episodes.
It's going too long. I know, but I have to get rid of one of them. Is that the point? Is that what you think what I was going to say?
What? I think can't. Pause.
Oh, shit, true. Nice.
Ruh-roh.
Raggy. Whoa. This is not a good
Can't go there either, bro.
What do you mean? Oh, shit. I have to
Can't go there.
I have to backpedal.
Oh, shit. That was fun. All right, cool.
I was hoping you'd say something funny because I honestly, Pretty much, if you're really struggling with that overcommitment, the biggest thing that we would mostly recommend, unless you've watched all of our episodes and you can follow through and like do those things, follow through, pun intended, is definitely just get a coach. Just speak to someone who actually knows their shit, who has worked with so many people. If it's deeper than that, talk to someone like even more professional, talk to a therapist, stuff like that. If there's, whatever it may be, just find guidance. That's why people do these things. That's why we do this shit, all right?
That's why we do this shit. We got one more point. Danny's back in check. So whilst he's in check, I'm going to drop the last bomb. And this one I fucking love because I'm interested to see where he goes here. Very, very interested. But we're going to continue this on because Spotify is like, oh, he's just copping it.
Yeah.
He's just going to cop it. Shit.
Oh, no.
Shit.
I didn't think about
That
that.
sucks.
This is a bad game, guys.
Oh, you guys need to, if you are not on this, you can't, bro.
This is a bad game, guys.
Oh, we're doing well.
Oh, no.
So you can't go there either. Why?
Is that...
Oh, you can't go there either. You
Wow.
didn't actually need to move the king either, so that was fine. You didn't have to.
No, let me move.
You can move something else. You're not in check anymore. Oh, don't show them the bottom. Poverty chest.
Yeah,
So coaching's going well. Oh shit! All right,
Last one.
last one. We have
We're going to opt for the plastic one then.
6 signs you don't actually trust yourself anymore. My last point is you ask and search for advice constantly, but never ever take action on it. You're one of those analysis paralysis people where you back yourself so little that you don't trust anyone. You don't trust yourself to follow through, given. That's why you're not starting. But you still want to see the change, so you just ask fucking everyone, but trust no one, because none of that would actually work for you in your head. None of it's going to work for me because I can't follow through with it. None of it's going to work for me because I'm fucking different. I don't trust that I can actually get that result. You're looking at TikTok. We're talking Google. We're talking Instagram. We're talking Sharon from fucking HR. We're talking your sister-in-law. You're asking all these fucking people what their process is to get you to where you want to go. But you're never going to fucking start it. Or you may start it for a couple of days and be like, oh, no, this is not going to work for me. I've got to try something else. Tries that. Oh, no, this is going to work for me. I've got to try something else. You keep hopping from thing to thing to thing, finding out copious amounts of information. You're fucking deep diving into Huberman podcast about fucking the perfect ratio of, water to fucking caffeine and sleep and shit just to let you help you fucking burn 5 kilos. But you won't listen to the Split Shift podcast that just tells you eat a little bit less than you burn each day, make it work in your lifestyle, do it in a way that is a little bit sustainable so that you don't fucking hate yourself while you're doing it. Align yourself with your goals so that you can actually be aligned with the thing that you actually care about. Relate your goals back to the shit you care about. I want to actually just show up and have more energy, have more vitality, so I can show up better at work, so I can speak up in the meetings, so I can be a better parent, so I can have sex with my fucking partner again without having to turn all the lights off and leave all my clothes on. That was weird.
Whoa, that was deep. Where do I go from that?
Yeah.
You want to do in reality, you want to achieve this, work well with this space in your life, not just for the weight loss. It's not about the 5 kilos. It's about the things that unlocks, it's things that unlocks you, can't even speak anymore. It's what it unlocks for you. Go back to your values. Go back to what you actually care about. If you're jumping into fad to next thing, you're going to get nowhere. Mm-hmm. It always needs to work. What only works is what only works for you. So follow through on what works for you and what you care about.
Woo! I had a really good time today.
Me too. I had a really good time as well. This peaches, again.
Peaches are good.
I'm really kind of waiting for the Ghost sponsorship at this point. This is fucking...
Ghost is premium. I feel like these guys have the best flavors. It's a good amount of stim. Like 160 meg is a good amount of stim. Like this 110 bullshit. What the fuck? I said it's 102 some of these companies.
Feel... Oh, it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, and it's not
I'm like,
It's not better alanine up. It's not like a fucking pre-workout. There's no better. Yeah, but anyway.
not tingles. Like you taste, like the taste is actually insane. Like
That's
sour
great.
warhead, this tastes exactly like a peach iced tea.
Yeah.
Exactly the fucking same.
The variety of flavors is we're not sponsored, so let's continue this. Anyway, that's 6 signs that you actually don't trust yourself. We need to actually understand why we don't trust ourselves so we can start implementing things to change that. If you don't trust yourself, I promise you'll get fucking nowhere. Or you might get somewhere, but you're going to be heading back to square one very, very shortly after. So, Danny with a wrap up.
That was the episode. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did. This is a great episode and a very big one too. Probably one of the bigger ones with, they're all very important. So yeah.
We only drop fucking important facts here.
Important bombs.
Because we are busy people and you are busy people. So we need to make sure everything is fucking efficient, to the point, and relevant to you.
Absolutely. And you know what? There is one comment out there on one of our episodes which like made my fucking day. I don't know if you saw it yet. If you're on Spotify and you're listening on that, give us 5 stars. Leave us a rating and also comment on what your thoughts on this podcast episode. And if you're on YouTube, you're looking at our beautiful faces and we're looking at your beautiful face, then leave us a like, subscribe. You know, the support is really appreciated. And that's it.
Done?
That's it. Yeah.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks for fucking coming.